What's good, YouTube? It's Team Rocket. I've got a deck here for you guys that I've been kind of thinking about for a while, and I just couldn't find the cards for it. They're just kind of random stuff that I'm sure I have in a shoebox somewhere. I was unable to pick them up until today at Locals. Some of the guys had the extra pieces I needed, so I will show you guys what I've been kind of thinking about for a while. So the first card, this is going to be aliens, obviously looking at the alien Ammonites. Basically, this card sort of works like the Dex Debris Dragon. You summon it, special summon a level 4 lower alien from your graveyard. Sets up quick synchro summon plays. Fives are a big focus in this deck. So those. The food for those, you have the Hunters. This is the only alien I have in here that takes advantage of the A counters as far as attacking and your opponent's monsters losing attack. He's just kind of a beater. He kind of gets in there, he kind of becomes a 21, 24, depending on how many A counters are on your opponent's monster. If you can get a few on there, that's pretty good. Plus, he adds them to your opponent's monster if they destroy this. I'll show you what I really use the A counters for later. Have the 3 Shock Troopers. These are for the 1-of Rabbit. Just an easy first turn King of the Feral Imps play with these. And that's your ideal opening play, is making King of the Feral Imps and then searching an Ammonite for your next turn. So there's that. In case you don't open up Rabbit, you have 2 Summoner Monks just to get you that reptile the reptile in the graveyard or alien in the graveyard, and just sets up plays faster. Another quick Exceed card. This is also something else you can search with King of the Feral Imps. You'll almost always get this, but sometimes you'll want the rank 4 play. So there's that. The 1-of Thunder King. You'll kind of see a little bit later. This deck is really built on stun and control. So the 1-of Thunder King is a really good standalone monster. In case you don't have a whole lot of other opening plays, you can just summon him. 2 Max Cs, just so you can get to resources faster. Help you to recover a little bit. 3 Pot of Duality. It is a controlled deck, but there are combos and you need to get the cards to set up your plays. So 3 Duality is good. If you don't need them, you can always pitch them with the Summoner Monks. 3 Lance. Theory of this deck is to get a Golgar on the field or even a Thunder King and just sit on it. Control the game state. You can do that with Lances. I feel like these are better than MSTs right now. Obviously, you'll have to deal with Dragon's Ravine, but you can always side for that. So yeah, Lances. Dark Hole, kind of obvious. I have the Mind Control because you have a lot of 4s. You also have some tuners, so you can take your opponent's stuff. If they leave a dragon on the field or something, you can take it with an alien Ammonite. Make some rank or level 8 synchro plays there. 1 Book of Moon and a 2nd Book of Moon. With Golgar, this you can just keep bouncing this to your hand and playing it again. Put your opponent's monsters back face down. That's huge. Plus, the other thing with this is you can activate this, put your opponent's monsters face down, so the Fiendish Chains are no longer attached to them. Then you can bounce the Fiendish Chains and bounce this back to your hand with Golgar's effect. More stuff you'll be bouncing back to your hand. Fiendish Chains. These are Veilers, obviously, because of the synergy with the rest of the deck. So you have the 3 Fiendish Chains. I'll kind of put these all here because these are your main stun engine here. 3 Fiendish Chains, 2 Mistake, 1 Safe Zone, and 1 Call of the Haunted. So you can just recycle these over and over and over again once you get the Golgar set up. So a huge play is you make a first turn King of the Feral Imps, search for a alien Ammonite by putting an alien in the graveyard, and then you set, say you set a Fiendish Chain and a Mistake. So your opponent goes, they try to activate a Duality or something, you can go Mistake. They try to summon a problem monster, you go Fiendish Chain, and then on your turn, you summon the alien Ammonite, get the alien back, make Golgar, bounce these 2 back to your hand, use King of the Feral Imps to search, and then you can attack with 2 monsters you have on the field, and then set your Mistake and your Fiendish Chain again. And it's just a dirty cycle that your opponent's going to have a hard time getting out of, especially if they don't main deck MSTs. So all of these obviously recyclable. Use Safe Zone and Call the Haunted over and over again. The Icarus attack for reptiles. This is offering to the snake deity. You don't have a lot of reptiles. I guess there's like 10 of them. It's also good to use with the King of the Pharaoh Imps once you've used up all the materials to blow out those back row and set up your Golgar play next turn. So that'll go off without a hitch. Then the one of's Bottomless Compulse Warning. Play one Mirror Force. And then I have Sixth Sense in here. It just seems good. I mean, yeah, this deck doesn't really benefit from the milling portion of it, but you know, it just seems like too good of a card. I haven't gotten a whole lot of playtesting in with it, so I'm going to keep playing it until it proves me wrong. Funny story about Sixth Sense today is I was getting it wrong all day at locals. I was playing a Bujin deck. This is total side. Sorry for you guys that are here for aliens. I'm going to talk about Bujins for a second. But my opponent kept rolling like 5 and 6, and I was calling 2 and 3. I should have been calling 5 and 6. I called 2 and 3, and I would mill, and I was milling like all of my Yamatos, all of my Cranes. It was like just horrible mills with this all day. So I'm going to keep playing it and give it another chance and see if it redeems itself. Maybe this is the deck that it can do that in. So yeah, that's the rest of the traps. That's the deck. It's 40 cards. The extra deck is just kind of like generic 4s. And then you can use the Fairy King because he got a lot of Earths. A random 5. I'd like to get an Armades in here too because, you know, there's powerful 5s. And then here's where all the magic happens. So you have 2 King of the Pharaoh Imps and 2 Golgars. For those of you that don't know, King of the Pharaoh Imps works like Yugioh X. Takes 2 level 4 monsters once per turn. You can detach and see material from this card, add a reptile type monster from your deck to your hand. So you'll almost always be using that to get this. And when you detach, you know, the reptile goes to the graveyard or the alien. Then next turn you're going to use the Ammonite. You search with that to make Golgar. What Golgar does, I'm going to see if I can show you guys this. I don't know if you're going to get a good enough view. Maybe it'll focus. No, I'll just read it to you. Once per turn, you can select any number of face-up spell and trap cards, return those cards to their owner's hands, and distribute A counters among the monsters on the field equal to the number of cards returned. Once per turn, you can remove 2 A counters from anywhere on the field to destroy 1 card your opponent controls. So this is great if your opponent has cards that are face-up, say they have a Royal Decree or they've sided something against you. You can, you know, drop this, bounce the cards back to the hands, and put all the A counters on Golgar. So say he'll get, you know, a few A counters, then you can remove some of them and start destroying cards. And then on your main phase 2, you know, you can set your important continuous cards again. So this deck seems like a lot of fun. It also kind of opens up a cool virus version that I'm going to try out too, like with Planet Pollutant Virus, Deck Devastation Virus. And in my head, when I was first thinking about this, I thought Golgar was a dark. So I was thinking, hey, you know, I'm going to play EEV in here too. But it doesn't quite work like that because he's in light. But seems good. I'll try this out. Maybe I'll go to locals for a little bit this weekend and play this. Seems cool while I'm waiting to get my Mikazuchi for Bujins. So let me know what you guys think. Just kind of one of those fun decks I've been wanting to build for a while, but couldn't ever find all the aliens for it. So that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you. Bye.